Okay, so we have been doing all linear things to do with linear lines. So what we've done mainly is we have looked at the graph, like graphing it, and we've had the y and the x, and then we've drawn these straight lines, and we've looked at the formula of the line, so we know it follows this pattern, and we know that this is the y-intercept, and this number, what's the m? The gradient. The gradient. And the gradient's like, we can sometimes call it the rate or the slope. Okay? So now we're going to show you how some formula, that this straight line formula can be used in application questions, so in problem, like worded problems. So let's have a look at this one we've got now here. It says a seasonal worker gets paid $10. So he gets $10 plus $2 per kilogram of tomatoes that they pick. If each worker earns P amount of dollars for N kilos of tomatoes picked, complete the following. So they want to write you to write the rule in terms of P and N. So if we go off, and we'll start this off first. So if you think about it, we have been using this formula at the moment. So now what they want us to do is, instead of Y, what letter do I need to use? P, good. So that we're going to say the price that they earn in P. So we'll work out M. Now, what are they using instead of X? It's not in X. What is it that they're looking at? What are they? N for the number of tomatoes, isn't it? Yeah. And then we've got plus C. All right. So if we have a look at this C is like our y-intercept. But see, it's like it's a number. If X was 0, you would still have that C number there. So this is what this guy will get paid before he picks any other tomatoes. So what is that? What would the C value be then? What does he get paid before he picks anything else? Yeah, $10. So we know that the C is $10. So we've now worked out that is C. So up here, when he says he gets paid $10, that is my C value. Now, if you remember before, I said that the gradient is like a rate, yeah? So can you see here when we say $2 per kilogram? See that word per? That's like a rate, isn't it? For every kilogram, you get $2. So $2, so this is like a rate, so therefore that's the gradient. So we can now write the final formula that P equals $2 for every kilo of tomatoes, plus he'll always get 10 no matter what. So there we go. So there's A. So we've worked out the rule. The next part they want us to do is sketch the graph between 0 and 10. So I'll do it on the next page. Sorry. So use your rule to find the amount earned after picking 9 tomatoes. So my rule is 2n plus 10. So when I've got 9, I put a 9 in there. So what would that be? That would be 18 plus 10. So he gets $28. There we go. And the number of kilos of tomatoes picked if the worker earns 57. So with that one, you can use your solve function, because we got told a P there. We told that 57 and 2n plus 10, but we don't know what n is. So who remembers how do we get the solve on our calculator? Menu 3-1, good. So I can type in solve, 57 equals 2n plus 10. What am I trying to find? N, so comma n, and we will get how many kilos it is. So we'll get n, he picked 23.5 kilos. Okay? Okay, so we've got our, this is part B. So we've got our rule that the price that he gets paid is $2 times n plus 10. And they want me to sketch it now. So I get out my ruler and and they want me to sketch from 0 kilos up to 10. Okay, so I don't really need to go into the negative area of the X. But we're not calling it X this time, we're calling it N. And we're not calling it Y, we're calling it P. And so they want me to start from 0 and go to 10 on the N. Okay? Now, what is my y-intercept for this one? Where is it going to cross at? We've already said it's here, isn't it? $10. So before he picks any tomatoes, he's going to get paid $10. So I'm just going to put a mark. I'm just making, doesn't matter where you go, just put 10. It's up there, and this is my first dot. Okay, then what I'm going to do is find out how much money he gets when he picks 10 kilos of tomatoes. So I've got P equals, it'll be 2 times 10 plus 10. So what's this going to be? 30. Good. So when it's 10, so say that's 10, 20, you can roughly draw it, that's okay. So when he picks 10, he gets $30. And all you have to do then is get your ruler and join those two dots. So just do the first one and the last one. And the first one's probably the 0 and the last one. So there we go. I've graphed that, and that's all you need to do. I didn't go and rule out all the axes. I've just got straight lines and I've just done it like that. So I might write 30, it was 10:30, wasn't it? I might put up here 10:30 because that's the point. And this one I might put 0:10. There you go. And I'm done.